Hey everybody, today I wanted to make a very quick video just letting you know that today happens to be Cyber Monday and I happen to have a website called needlemeetsvinyl.com, and on that website I have a bunch of fantastic sounding pressings of records that you probably love, maybe some records that you're looking for. So head on over to my website needlemeetsvinyl.com and check out all the records I have listed. And I wanted to let you know that since it's Cyber Monday, everything is 15% off. That's right, 15% off. I feel like I'm a used car salesman, but I'm actually not. I just have records on there and I love records and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, you know the story. Go to the website, needlemeetsvinyl.com, check out all the records I have on there. Everything today is 15% off, and if that sounds familiar, it's because a couple days ago on Black Friday Record Store Day, I had the exact same sale going on, 15% off. So today, we're going to do it again because it's Cyber Monday, and hey, why not? Let's do it. So head on over there, check out all the records I have currently listed on there. I'm the only one, and check it out. But before I go, I do want to share something very special with all of you. It's something that I didn't think I would ever own, and it's something that I've actually heard before because a lot of my friends have this pressing. Not a lot, but I think like 2 or 3 have had this pressing, and one of my friends even let me borrow his pressing for a while, and I listened to it and I just fell in love with it. Well, this is a big one for me, and it is Abbey Road, and this is an original UK pressing from 1969. It's a very early pressing. Now, it's not the very first one with the misaligned Apple logo on the back, but this is indeed one of the first pressings, and I will show you in detail exactly what we have here. Now, this is just, like I said, I didn't think I would ever have a chance to actually own this, but I have it now, and it sounds really great. Now, there's a bunch of great news about this. Now, this original 69 pressing, it sounds absolutely phenomenal, as of course I'm sure a lot of you have read about, or maybe you own this and you know how great it sounds. But for some reason, maybe this is something that a lot of you can relate to. When having a record that is actually your own, that you can listen to whenever you want to, you can like put it on a million times and you're not going to feel bad about like wearing it out. Like I'm talking about, by the way, borrowing another person's record. You know, you don't want to listen to it too much or have a chance of ruining it. But once you actually own something, there's just a better understanding of what is actually going on that particular record. And that's how I felt about this. Because like I said, I've heard my friends' other pressings of this particular pressing lots and lots of times. Always sounded great. But now having my own, it's just a different experience altogether. And I'm sure this probably sounds like a totally obvious statement I'm making right now. But for some reason, it just came to me that actually having it for myself, it's just very cool. So let me show you what the record looks like. The record is, I would call it in very good plus condition. It doesn't have any scratches or anything like that, and it looks to be in great condition, but it does have a little bit of surface noise, but not too much at all. It's actually really impressive for what it is. Now, this one happens to be a -2, what is it? -2-1. So it just sounds absolutely beautiful, and I'll give you a close-up look here. Get to side 2, being very careful here. And I don't know if it's going to focus or not, it probably won't, but it doesn't have Her Majesty listed on side 2 or on the back, of course. And then the back, the Apple is lined up, as you can see down there. It's lined up with the text. But I'm just so happy to have this. And you're probably wondering, well, how did I pick this up? Well, the story of how I got this is kind of an interesting, weird one. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you know, I am constantly on the lookout for Beatles albums, and particularly certain pressings that I'm after for the website, or just pressings that I'm after for my own collection. So I'm always picking up Beatle albums, and I'm messaging a lot of people online. I'm going to, when they were open, going to record shops and picking up Beatle albums. The story with this one is that I saw someone had a listing of Abbey Road on online, and I messaged the seller, and I usually ask certain questions, like, because I want to get a particular pressing. So I'll say, like, oh, does it have the Apple label? Does it have the made in the UK, or whatever I'm after at that point? So I messaged this person, and they wrote back, and they said yes, that all their record had all that information. And then I said, okay, well, what does the Dead Wax say? And they told me that, and I was going for a mid-70s Abbey Road at that point. And I asked them specifically, does it have HTM on there, which is Harry T. Moss? I'm sure a lot of you know that. And those mid-70s Beatle pressings had Harry T. Moss on there. So I asked them that, and they said, yes, it has Harry T. Moss. I said, okay, great. So I paid for it, and they sent it out to me. And this is what they sent me. Now, I'm sure, as you can imagine, when I opened this up and I looked at it, the first thing I thought was, wait a second, what's going on here? Then I checked the Dead Wax, and then I checked everything else, and I looked online a little bit, and then I determined that this was indeed what it was, a first pressing Abbey Road from 1969, UK pressing, and I immediately felt like, what do I do now? Because this is worth way more than what I paid for what I thought was a mid-70s Abbey Road. So I messaged the seller, and I told them, I said, hey, this is what happened. And they, A, didn't care. B, I don't think just didn't know what was going on. And that was it. They just left it at that. So I feel good on my end, because I let them know that they sent me the wrong one, or they had a misunderstanding about what they had. They didn't care. So that's how I acquired this Abbey Road. It's kind of ridiculous, but I feel so happy to have it, and I'm going to take care of it, and this is definitely going in my own personal collection. And I'm sure my wife can attest that I've listened to this probably too much. I've listened to this, I don't know, at least 10 times since I got it a couple weeks ago. And it's just amazing. And for a Beatle nerd like myself, and probably like a lot of you out there, this is just you can't get any better than this. So I'm so happy to have this in my collection. And the other bit of good news is, by the way, is that this does not sound all that much better, in my opinion, than the best of the like mid-70s UK pressings with HTM in the Dead Wax. It does sound a little bit better, but as far as for the price, they're really, really comparable, which is good news for a lot of us collectors out there, because these don't come around every day. And if they do, anything that's VG Plus or better, it goes upwards of $400, $500, online or wherever, or even more. So they're very, very, very pricey. So it's nice to know that there is an alternative. Anyway, just wanted to show you this, and want to let you know to head over to needlemeetsvinyl.com, and if you are looking for some records, now's the time to pick them up, because 15% off the whole website. So that's it for now, and take care, and bye for now.